welcome back to the OCON, Ocean City Olympic Network. We are very excited today. I mean, we have a huge event planned today. I mean, this draft has been anticipated by people of the Ocean City area for weeks now.
Weeks. They've been talking about it, right? I've heard them talking about it for weeks.
And we have so much to get through, so many players at stake. I mean, the anticipation is absolutely killing me. Now, Rich, who do you feel is going to be looked at? I mean, the Wesley and the Ninth Street Ballers. Who do you feel is going to be the #1 pick looking into this?
Well, that's definitely a good question, right? You know, you do know the Wesley Snipes. They have the #1 pick overall. They're going to probably be looking for a gamer. They're going to be looking for somebody that has, you know, some athletic ability. But you know, some of the events we have, right? There's the crab find, and you got the water balloon squirt. I mean, you know, and what really comes to mind is that Michael Cheeseman. Right? I mean, you remember last year, right? I mean, wiffle ball champion. I mean, how many home runs did the kid hit? I mean, he got at least 4 or 5 RBIs. I mean, at 6 foot, 137. I mean, he would definitely be on my plate as like a #1 pick.
You know,
but I
Rich,
don't know what the Ballers are going to do.
Rich, I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm going to divert. Matt the Nighthawk. I mean, that kid, I mean, he's standing 6'2", 175. He's a complete savage.
He is.
The guy represents absolute power.
Right.
I don't know if this Cheeseman, Michael the Cheeseman, can hold up to battling with Matt. I mean,
Right. And you saw the video, right? I mean, you know, let's just face it, we all saw the video, right? I mean, the kid comes in, he's got some cockiness to him. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Do you think the Snipes or the Ballers are going to really like want that cockiness onto their teams? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know.
With a guy like Matt, he says one thing, the rest is history. Right,
that is true. But you know, there is a little bit of an unknown. There's a kid that, you know, he hasn't been at the events lately. He's been off training, you know, doing some things. He played over in Japan for a couple years, then down in the Carolina leagues. You know, that John McLovin kid. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, and he wears the 3.14. I mean, he does. He wears that as his number. You know, I mean, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. I mean, right
now, coinciding with him, there's nothing you can say more about than this Jen Amazon Prime.
Oh my God!
She is
shopping machine.
complete fearless. I mean, fearless. This woman. I mean, she really can hold her own.
Right.
In a stakes in pretty much any type of condition. I mean, a lot of males here. This female could go #1.
She could definitely go #1. You know, I mean, the Ballers with the #1 pick. You never know. And there's another female contender, and I only mention her. Right, I only mention her because most of the games are on Sunday and not Monday. And Patty Monday lover, I mean, you know, she could be a '1 pick because, you know, now if the games were going to be on Monday, I mean, it would be all over. It would be all over because, you know, Mondays are her thing. So wait, I actually hear, I think the commissioner is coming up to the podium. I think we got the #1 pick in. We've got the #1 pick in. Let's go to the commissioner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 overall pick of the 2016 Ocean City Draft, Wesley Snipes select Jen Amazon Prime. Wow. I mean, you know what? Why am I not that surprised? I mean, you're talking about Jen Amazon Prime going #1 with the Wesley Snipes. I mean, listen, it makes total sense.
It does make sense for the Snipes. I mean, you know, I kind of, you know, there's so many options. You didn't know. You had the Nighthawk, you had the Cheeseman, you had Firecracker. I mean, there's just so many options. But
when you think of, you know what, you think of the X Factor.
You do.
You think of the X Factor, and that is what Jen Amazon Prime brings to a team.
You see that.
You know, that leadership will get you a championship.
It definitely will. And as you can see by this highlight video here, I mean, look at just the athleticism of Amazon Prime. prime right there. I mean, you know, not everybody can do that.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing. I just can't believe it. I mean, you know, we just, I don't know. This is what happens in a draft, right?
Yeah.
You just never know, right? You just never know what's going on, and you go, wait, oh, oh my gosh! I think the next one is in. I think the next one
for the 9th Street Brawlers is Michael the Cheeseman. Wow, folks, I mean, that is definitely a surprise considering the Cheeseman wasn't even at the draft.
Didn't even think he was going to get picked.
But I mean, to go number one,
wow.
9th Street Brawlers. You know what? Maybe you could call it a risk.
I mean, he's an athlete. He's definitely an athlete. I mean, I can see, you know, maybe where they were thinking, but a number one pick. I mean, you know, you're right. He didn't even think that he was going to go, you know, in the top 2, 3. I would assume.
They got to have a plan.
Yeah, they do.
Have to have some type of plan.
But they were happy. Did you see the reaction of the mother? I mean, she was in tears. She was absolutely in tears. I mean,
it's a once in a lifetime.
And it's good to see. I mean, a kid came from Hard Knocks. I mean, you know, I mean, the stories that you hear. I mean, his mother was a crack hoe.
Right.
I mean, you know, I mean, it was
the
just
cars crossing the street.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he wasn't even allowed to go across the street.
The traffic is horrendous.
It was definitely horrendous. Definitely horrendous. I don't know.
And you know what? It only goes to show you. I mean, we have no idea what's going to happen next. Is the Fonts man coming in next?
Right.
Second round? I mean, I don't know. Is he pivoting pivot tables? He might be.
Who knows? Who knows? But you know what? It could be. Just think about it. I mean, there is some importance of pivot tables in this event. I mean, you have all the calculations that are needed. I mean, I can see where he would be. I mean, what would you say? I mean, like on the board right now, who would you say are your top 5 picks that you think are still on the board that maybe the Snipes who have the first pick of the second round are going to be considering?
I mean, you gotta think of first. You got to go with Chris the Firecracker.
I
mean, he definitely has held his own in many previous years.
Definitely see that. Definitely see that.
But I mean, you can't leave out Lou. She's going to be a rookie to this game.
She is.
But you know what?
Unpredictable. Rookies are definitely unpredictable. You never know.
But then again, there's Callie the Jackal.
Yeah. Is it a Jackal though?
I think it is a Jackal.
Is it a Jackal? I mean, it's definitely a Jackal, right?
It's
definitely a Jackal.
It's just so much fun to know what's coming next. I mean, we really have no idea. After those first two picks.
Right.
Who's to say?
Right.
I mean, who's going second round?
Well, you know, and on my list, right, I mean, I have Nicole. You know, I mean, if Charades was going to be an event, I mean, it's not. But it would have been. She would have been probably definitely a number 1 pick, right? Wouldn't you think? Yeah. I mean, Charade Queen. I mean, it's just her nickname says it all, right? And then you have. I mean, again, if puzzles were going to be in the event, I mean, you have Mare the Puzzler. I mean. Definitely would be in my top 5 on
the nickname speaks for itself.
It definitely does. I mean, it definitely does. So, I mean, you got I think I hear the second round pick is in. It looks like the second round pick is in.
Here we go.
It's the Snipes pick, and let's see where they go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first pick of the second round, Wesley Snipes pick Sean the Font Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brawlers, for their second round pick, select John McLovin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wesley Snipes third round pick goes to Matt the Nighthawk. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brawlers' third round pick goes to Ryan Sparribs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wesley Snipes' fourth round pick goes to Chris the Firecracker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brawlers' fourth round pick goes to Lauren Sweet Lou. The Wesley Snipes fifth round pick goes to Aunt Mare the Puzzler. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brawlers' 5th round pick goes to Patty, the Monday Lover. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wesley Snipes' 6th round draft pick goes to Rich, the Cargo Shorts. The Ninth Street Brawlers' 6th round pick goes to Nicole, the Shrade Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wesley Snipes' 7th round pick goes to Riley Rumchop. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brawlers' 7th round pick goes to Callie. Is it a Jackal? The Wesley Snipes' 8th overall pick goes to Layla Bean and Ella the Baby. The Brawlers' 8th round pick goes to Michael Papalou.
Wow, folks, I mean, am I surprised that the Fonts Man went 2nd round? No, not really.
No.
I mean, the kid...
We just talked about it, right? We just talked about it,
We
right?
were just saying, I mean, the physique of this man is second to none.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been compared to individuals like Terrell Owens.
Right.
Me. Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
right.
You know,
I think, Rich, when you really think about it, though, the biggest surprise of the night is Matt the Nighthawk going
third round.
Third round.
You know,
I mean,
that,
you know what?
He was really. I mean, there were a lot of analysts that were predicting him as the #1 draft pick.
Yeah.
You know what I think hurt him. I actually think that the video hurt him, Ron. I think it did. I mean, he came off, saying, he kind of came off cocky, don't you think? I mean, nobody, the owners of the teams are just not going to really, accept that, right?
Sometimes actions speak louder than words.
He's going to have to prove himself, I think, this Olympics. I mean, he's really, let's just face it. I mean, he's going to dominate in wiffle ball. Right. But do you think, like, he's going to be any better at, like, sand crab finding than, say, Riley Rumchata?
I mean, you bring up a great point.
Right.
I mean, look, you got Mary the Puzzler down there on round 4 or 5. I forget where she went.
Yeah, she went 5. She went 5.
And you know what? I bet you the Wesley Snipes probably thought, you know what? We're just as good as keeping Matt at round 3 as Mare's round 5. So
right. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that when the Wesley Snipes when they got to round 3 and they saw that Nighthawk was still the Brawlers passed on him in the 2nd round, they went with McLovin. Right. I mean, I really think that the Brawlers were thinking that 3.14. I mean, who wouldn't want that on their team? And when they passed at him, I think the Snipes just said, I'm gonna snap him up at 3rd round. I mean, that's cheap money, really, when you think about it.
They figured that 3.14 is going to go up to 10.0.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what they thought.
Absolutely.
And then again, the Brawlers, they went ahead and did a little sneaky move. They went ahead and took Rye Spare Ribs.
Oh, my gosh,
that guy,
yeah.
He could, I mean, even though he went in the 3rd round, he could really...
That's another surprise, really, when you think about it. You got Nighthawk and Spare Ribs, right? Arguably the 2 most gifted athletes of the night going in round number 3, right? I mean, that's arguably,
I'll tell you what. You know what I'm excited to see. I mean, we got Lou, we got Lauren, Sweet Lou going round number 4 or 5.
Oh, way down there. Right.
I really feel like she is going to be somewhat of a unicorn in these events.
But she is prone to injury. She's prone to injury.
This is true.
I mean, if she lasts past the first day of competition, I mean, the Brawlers could really, I mean, or where did she go? She went with the Brawlers. Yeah, the Brawlers could definitely go all the way, right?
Yeah,
I mean, but only if she gets past the first round, right? Mm-hmm. And there, like you said, there's some newcomers. You got John McLovin. We talked about him. You've got Callie. Is it a Jackal?
I think
it's a Jackal, right? Yeah.
Is it a Jackal?
I think it is. But you've got her. She's new to the company, and then you got the youngsters, right? Let's just face it, right?
You know what? This is what I like about the Brawlers. It's kind of like Donald Trump. They're just kind of winging it. They have no idea really what to expect, and they're just going to go for it.
I hope they actually open up a Twitter account to tweet, right? I mean, that would be great.
So I mean, this is really going to be exciting.
It is going to be exciting.
I feel like this season is going to be one of the best we've ever had.
I honestly, right? I can't wait to watch the events.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to watch them. I mean, you know, it's just, it's that, you know, it's like the draft happened and we have to wait so long for the actual events.
Yep, exactly.
So, you know, I think this is going to do it for the OCON, the 2016 draft. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I know
we absolutely enjoyed it.
So, I mean, until then, I mean, good luck and beach balls.
You stay classy, San Diego.